Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Browns going up against the Titans. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of the 2017 NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the former USC Trojan. It's Cody Kessler.
When Cody Kessler was drafted, many people thought it was a surprise that he went in the third round. They thought he would go later. But when he came out, the man who selected him told the rest of the world, trust me, this guy can play.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Let's go!
On 2nd down, Kessler. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. A good pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Lay down!
After review of the play, the rookie on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. It's hauled in here by Edmond. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They keep it with Crowell on 1st. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at his draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scout.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 28 yards. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what's...
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
They'll run it again with Crowell. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The starting defense for the Titans.
Jarrell Casey doesn't get the attention that he deserves, but he is an absolutely terrific defensive tackle, the best player on just about any team he would play on.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Third down, Kessler. And this is brought in by Pryor. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Pryor, 44 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And that'll bring up second down. Offensive starters, here they are. And Delaney Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver. So he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
A second down throw here for Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
First down, Mariota goes underneath for Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll throw again. Mariota flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
A first down throw for Mariota. Dancing to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 21. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now...
Don't blink, you might miss something. Certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So they're on the 5-yard line here, second down and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it and give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Third and goal. Mariota got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. And he's able to put it through. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So on 4th down, here's Brandon Fields to kick this one away.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the second, Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 67 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, it's Crowell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A fake to Crowell. Now it's Kessler backing up. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On the counter, it's Crowell. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Titans getting set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Mariota on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Calling a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Halfback sent in motion. Third and long here for Mariota. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. 1st down, Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
The play clock's running down. They come up in an offset eye. Now Mariota. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
In the red zone this time. They'll come out in the pistol. Time running out here on the play clock. Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jamie Collins from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They just get the play off. Now Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd and goal. Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary.
After reviewing the play, the original field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now Kessler throwing on 2nd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Brandon Fields now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. That's the type of play there that puts a defense in a stress. Marcus Mariota on the run. You don't know whether he's going to take it downfield or throw the footballs we just saw there. And boy, was he accurate with that one.
And, you know, the Oregon coaches offered him a scholarship without ever seeing him start a game because they saw...
He didn't start very much in high school, but he started a lot once he got to Oregon. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Second down following the run. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing is Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Kessler now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They get 25 yards out of that one, and it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. And now a first down following that long gain. Throwing now, Kessler on first down. Coleman has it here right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Kessler will throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kamar Aiken as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll give the Titans a first down. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you down. Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Henry takes a direct snap. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Mariota to throw it this time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
He dumps it off for Henry. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you...
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think it tried to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This is Crowell. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Kessler on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Brandon Fields now.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Play clock winding down. Second down, Mariota. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Mariota on first down. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Past the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
On 1st and 10, here's Kessler. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he finds Barnage. He's got it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Crowell. And he's brought down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now it's 2nd and 7. So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play fake to Crowell, now Kessler. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker taking it in. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Second and 10 now. Kessler once more. Surveying the field. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, 4th coming. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll go with a big bang. Crowell. Isaiah Crowell. He's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns get a score closer. So he visits pay dirt for a 2nd time. Unfortunately, they're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. Imagination either to find the end zone for the 2nd time. Yet his team's still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And he gets off a high spiraling kick. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Our eyes shift now to the Tennessee defense here. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Well, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Kessler. Pryor has it complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On second down, Kessler. A little dump off for Corral. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Kessler. Catch left side here by Aiken. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Going underneath for Crowell. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
On second down, here's Kessler. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it. A nickel set shown by the Titans on third down.
They can pass. Throwing is Kessler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they'll run it here. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Or maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Now we'll see if they can do that again. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39! Green 39!
On 3rd down, Kessler. He finds Coleman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Great protection. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on 2nd and 10 now. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Kessler. And it's a sack. Down goes Kessler. Sheldon Day continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. Kessler on 4th down. Finding time. Look at the time. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 54 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
They'll give Crowell another crack. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll run for it with Crowell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. And tough starting field position here. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to be taken. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to...
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Kessler again here on 2nd and 10. He's got time in the pocket. And it's a sack. Down goes Kessler. Sheldon Day in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Kessler. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it.
Into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away. Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory is not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever, because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back to the air, Kessler after the pick 6, surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete as time has run out.